Here at To Wish, we support anyone affected by the sudden and unexpected death of a child or young person, aged 25 and under. We asked 6 fathers if men and women grieve differently.
When everything happened with us, everybody always asked me, and they still do now, how my wife is, how this is. Nobody ever asked me how I'm doing. And I think we just expect because we're men, to be strong, to be silent, to just carry on. And no, we have feelings, we have fears, we got to face them as well. They can't just be ignored.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference in how women and men grieve. I think it's just the natural way of men to think, we are the big, strong protectors. We've got to, we carry on the old stiff upper lip, get on with things. But, I think once it happens to you, that's not the way to cope with things. There is definitely a difference. And I think, through To Wish, it has helped meeting other fathers who've gone through the same. My wife deals with grief in different way to myself, I think. She seems to cry more often than I do. But then when I get upset, it's not as often, but when I do, it seems it's very difficult for me. Especially if I've been out, if I've had a couple of drinks and I come home, and it brings the grief out into the open. It makes it worse, and for me, I struggle. But it's like it's like a dam breaking, and it all comes out. And she basically has to console me and get me to go to sleep, get to bed. And because I can't do it myself.
I think men grieve very differently. I think there's a reluctance to show that vulnerability, to express their emotions. I know I personally struggle with that, but you have to show that vulnerability. You need to get to a point of stability so you can help people. There's a sense that we have to be strong for everyone around us.
Men grieve completely differently. The perception is we're strong. We have to be there for everyone else. But the problem with that is you're the one who then you struggle from the inside. Everything gets on top of you, and quite often you feel alone. Because invariably, perception is that, women are apparently the weaker sex, so they say, which isn't true. But it's believed that we should be there to look after them, and we sort of keep everything inwards, and that is to the detriment of our own mental health. So yeah, that's the way I see it's different.
I think grieving varies from person to person. I suppose men tend to bottle up their emotions more than women. Personally, I know I can get a bit grouchy when I don't discuss things. So I tend to go for walks with my wife to discuss things, get them off my chest. I go meet some friends for a coffee, talk quite frankly about things, and I know that helps lift a bit of weight. I also find exercise helps a lot. But yeah, it's fairly noticeable if I don't talk, and it's noticeable to others as well. So I think it's important to talk, really.
If you feel you need support, please get in touch.